Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of the Delco Duo. I'm one half at the Delco Duo, Monica Cryan.
And I'm Jenna Meisner. Hopefully you're having a great weekend.
Yes.
Enjoying fall starts tomorrow.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Last night of summer, last 30 minutes of summer, and you're spending it with the Delco Duo.
Goodbye, summer. Sayonara. Goodbye.
And you're all comfy, ready for fall.
I am so ready.
This outfit has gotten very strong reactions from the staff. I love it. I personally love it because my son has the same one. So
Jenna thinks I look like a baby.
Yeah, she's going to need her bottle and her passy as the show goes on.
Literally, he has
that exact outfit. And I said to Monica, I'm actually really happy I know this exists because everyone always says, oh, moms and sons can't match. You normally match with your daughter. But apparently we can match.
No, you can.
So I will be purchasing that.
I'll tell you where I'm getting the inspo from. And I know you are sick of me talking about this.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I watch it. I love it. It is my guilty pleasure. And you know I don't like reality TV.
When did they blow up? Was it COVID when TikTok took off too? Or was it after?
I don't know when they took off.
Because sweatsuits really blew up in COVID times because everyone was just at home. Yeah. So I don't know because I know I've seen the TikToks and a lot of them they wear.
Yes. Which is funny because like I love it. You know what I mean? Like the fact that a good old, like this is a very modest way to dress.
I think it's just the color. I think it's the color that's like making me think that you look like a baby. Maybe if it was in black or like a different color.
They had black.
Yes, let's get a slow zoom of this full ensemble, please. There we go. Beautiful.
Look at this. There is no shape to this thing.
See, it's perfect for a diaper. That's why my baby wears it.
I plan on being in this.
And last time Monica wears this in public because she's gotten so much commentary.
No, I plan on wearing this a ton.
I like it.
I know.
Comfort's key. And in the fall season, I'm also on the Delco Duo. I will be wearing a lot of sweat sets because big fan.
Sweat sets, it's comfy. But yeah, I walked through and Eddie, our engineer, goes, oh, pajamas. Like everyone thinks I've given up on life. This is me trying.
Are you
I
okay?
think I'm cute.
You need to talk to somebody.
I'm trying it.
Okay.
This was $50. This is expensive.
That's nice.
I know.
That's name brand, Old Navy.
Old Navy, man. Okay. I didn't even look at the sale items. I was like, I'm going to buy that full price.
Well, you know you've made it when you can get a full price sweatsuit at Old Navy.
At Old Navy.
You have made it.
I have made it.
You know who else has made it? Let's send it to the debrief and we're going to tell you.
Okay.
I'm cutting you off. This show needs to move along.
I was going to talk about how my mom would kill me if she knew I bought anything full price. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, well, because I think all moms in general, I don't know, it's just
someone forever buying something full price.
My mom is always like, get the sale. Okay, but there is a man, and his name is Paul Martirano, and he sent us his song. His single, he writes a lot of different songs, but local song writer, singer, and he sent us his song Delco Girl that's actually going to premiere in Delco the movie, which is set to come out, I think it's like January or February.
And we'll be talking more about that in a bit. But
that's going to be a lot. But take a listen.
He wanted us to preview the song.
Up in Bucks, them girls are pretty. Out in Montgomery, those girls sure love their fellows. Philly does its part, but the girl that steals your heart, she's from Delco. And it's one thing you gotta know, a Delco girl don't take it slow. A Delco girl don't take it slow.
It's really catchy.
It is. It reminds me Bruce, like now that I'm a big Bruce girl.
Oh, Bruce Springsteen?
It reminds me of like a Bruce inspo.
Okay, like the sounds of it, the pacing.
Yes.
Okay.
So
I could see it.
Love it because we are Delco girls.
But that's going to be on the soundtrack of the movie. But I like that like he, throughout the song, talks about all the different towns.
Like he said something about like in Ardmore you dance, Havertown, something.
The lyrics, he really touches on all the different areas of Delaware County.
He mentioned something in media.
All the places. It's a great song. And
but Paul, email us because we were trying to look up the lyrics and I couldn't figure out. Is it Delco Girls gonna take
No, it's Don't Take It Slow.
Don't take it slow. I was going to say.
Delco Girls, Don't Take It Slow.
We don't take it slow.
But
we have never been known to take it slow. I think that's a problem. And I'll be honest
But
with
we
you.
steal your hearts. I think it's a nice, warming.
We steal
song.
them, and then we go really fast with it, and the things
it's
happen.
over.
And then it's over.
And then it's over.
And it's a whirlwind.
But there's so many local songwriters and singers who have great Delaware County love songs.
Yes.
I mean, that's probably the third one that we've shown on the show. We've shown so many different Delco songs.
And do you think it's men writing about Delco girls? Do you think that there's something about us?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We built a show off of it, so there's
Yeah.
absolutely something about
There's
it.
something about us that men just can't get over.
Just can't get enough.
We
of.
inspire romance. I mean, we are like Juliet, man.
Okay.
Shakespeare writes some stuff about us.
I wonder what Van Gogh would have painted the Delco girl. Let's think about that for a
Starry
moment.
nights.
Yeah.
Starry Delco nights.
All right, let's get to our first issue of the evening. Of course, that's what we're here to do, to solve your problems that you send into us, keeping you totally anonymous.
Okay. Carrie from Concord says, as a female, I need to know, what is the point of a urinal? Men don't have urinals at home. So I guess Carrie's asking, why do we have urinals out in public? And that is a fair question, Carrie. Because
So, as females as well, I mean, we can have some insight into this, but we've never used a urinal. So, I was doing some research. So, you give your take.
because I think the point of this question is like, why can't we, when I think the issue being is that, you know how like when sometimes you're in a pickle and guys can just all of a sudden go in and use women's bathrooms? You know what I mean? Like, think about it. All of a sudden, guys can be like, you know what? I'll just use the women's bathroom, and they can just go in and quickly use the women's bathroom.
I
But
always
you
think it's
cannot.
opposite. Like,
You cannot go in as a woman and be like, oh, quickly, let me just use a men's urinal. You can't do it. Why don't we just...
I always think it's the opposite, though. It's always females trying to use the men's room. When you go to any sort of event,
But you
sporting
can't
event, concerts.
because they're urinals.
Right, you can't.
That's why I'm saying it's unfair. It should
That's
be
not
universal.
the question. She wants to know why. What is the point of them?
Yeah.
So according to Google, do urinals have water? Men in the control room? Are they water? Oh, they do. Okay, so then So this show, I think we should put this out there. Obviously, it's Monica and I, but all of the people who help behind the scenes are male. So they really give us a
Right.
good perspective into... So then this doesn't make any sense because it said the first waterless urinal was developed in the 19th century and it can save a lot on water and then later collect urine for use as a fertilizer. I swear it's what it says.
Wait, is that...
So I thought well, if we think about the olden times, I mean, it says he patented, so Andrew Rankin patented the first urinal in 1866, but it had been used for centuries before that. So maybe it didn't have a name. Like,
Wait,
really,
so you're telling me the whole point of a urinal is so that we're collecting men's
no, that's what the
pee to fertilize?
I don't know.
So
That's what
we're
this
trying to
says.
get back to the earth?
I guess so. I mean, I agree with you. I don't think they're necessary. I don't think they need to be in men's rooms anymore. Like she
Right.
mentioned, they're not in homes.
Like,
I don't
men-
think anybody has a urinal in their
Men
home.
know how to pee in regular toilets.
I mean, they
Why
get
don't
it
we
all
just-
over the seat, but that's a whole other issue.
No, they
That's a
don't.
whole other problem.
Men aren't doing that anymore. They're good. They know what to do.
All right, coming up next, we're talking about trip love languages.
Okay.
Okay, you're going to explain this to me.
Yes.
All right, I guess we'll see. Okay, following up to this urinal conversation, it went well into the commercial break. Also for efficiency is why urinals are most often in public places. You can fit a lot of them versus a toilet, and it's more sanitary because you're not touching a toilet seat, you're not touching a door handle, you're not locking a door. It's a bit more sanitary. So
Yeah,
that's just some more insight.
Okay, because you can like really fit a lot more.
Yeah, it's like, okay. All right. Very cool. And it's expensive to have them installed in your house. That's why a lot of people don't have them. It's more expensive than just getting a toilet.
Oh, that's why you don't
yeah.
have them at home.
Right.
They might be more efficient, but they're
it's
more expensive
to install. So
Yeah.
it's like just do
and
a
they're
toilet.
they're uggo. You know what I mean? You don't want to be like, oh, here's my beautiful marble
do you think a
bathroom,
toilet's
but here's
attractive
an
looking?
Uggo. What?
Do you think a toilet's like good looking?
It's much better looking than those like urinal cakes. urinals are gross looking. You know what I mean? They're just like, they kind of look like ominous. They're like,
Okay, let's get to our second issue of the evening. This one coming from Mike from Middletown.
Okay, I recently came across an Instagram that talked about trip love languages, and it listed everyone as either the planner, the partier, the cheap one, the complainer, the one who doesn't know where anything is. I'm interested to know where you two fall. Oh, why thank you for asking.
I want to guess where you fall, and then you can guess where I fall,
Okay.
and then we'll reveal.
Okay.
Okay, just being around you and listening to some of the girls' trips that have been going on.
Yes.
I think that you fall under the planner.
Yeah, I would
Would
say.
you agree with that?
I would say for the most part.
Well, maybe because the trips I have watched you plan, you've
Yes.
been like a important role, like a maid of honor or like something that sort of forces you into that role.
Yes.
But I don't know. You just host girls' nights. You just seem to always want to be the planner.
Yes, or I just have fallen into it and I don't know why. I don't know why. I'm always
You're not a control freak.
I'm not a control freak, but everybody seems to just be like, okay, Monica's going to plan it. And then in that case, I become the control freak. And then I'm like, yes, I got it.
You're like planner / partier.
Yeah. Yeah. I love partying.
Okay. We know.
But then in that case, I get really irritated by the cheap one and
The complainer.
the complainer.
Yeah. Where do you think that I fall?
You're not the cheap one.
My husband wishes I was, but no,
Yeah.
I'm
you're,
not.
You're kind of. Are you the one who doesn't know where anything is?
I am the one who doesn't know. Just tell me when I need to show up to the flight, and then I get on that plane and I go with the crowd. I don't know where the dinner is the first night. I don't know what the event is the following day. I barely know what to pack.
Which is so funny because you are the control freak
In life.
in life,
Just
in your
life,
family,
and in general and in family. But when it comes to trip planning, like you guys were shocked when I told you I've never booked a flight.
Yes.
I've never booked a
What
flight.
is that? She's never booked.
I've never booked a flight. Well, this also goes in. So as a kid, when we traveled, I've talked about this before, we didn't fly because my dad, God love him, he had a fear. He had a really bad flight. So he was really scared to fly. So when we did family vacations, he did not want to get onto a plane.
Yeah.
So we traveled, we did a lot of cruises. We would drive to destinations, just things that we could avoid getting on a plane.
Right.
So I didn't take my first plane ride till I was a sophomore in high school when I went on a dance trip with my dance team. So when it came to booking flights, my husband, he normally will book them when we're doing like a trip with each other, or if I'm going on like a bachelorette party or a girls trip. I have one friend who is just such a planner and wants to get things done.
Yeah.
And she'll just book it, and then I'll just Venmo her or give her, the money at a later time.
Yeah.
So I've just never, I don't know. I've looked at flights, but the whole booking,
Why, thank you, Jenna, for looking at flights.
but the whole process of booking it's hard. You gotta like pick the seat, add the insurance.
Yeah.
Like, no, there's too many steps.
I mean, we've even gotten to the point now where I'm not even talking like my immediate family, my extended family, all of my cousins who, again, I have like 16 cousins. They all still live in Delco. Mm-hmm. And one of my cousins moved to Florida. And her wedding is coming up in October. Guess who took charge of like, hey guys,
planner.
This is the flight that I think we all should take. And this is the flight that I'm taking home. If anybody wants to come home with me, this is the time we should go here. And so I posted it to like our Facebook page. This is what I think we should do. And
so do you get annoyed by people like me that don't know? Would you rather me be complaining the whole time?
well, no, I don't get annoyed because I kind of have learned to just step back. I say, here's what I'm doing. If you want to join, you can join. If you don't, that's on you. But I really have just at a certain point, social media and technology have made it so easy for me to say, here's what I'm doing. Yep. Please join if you would like to. If you don't,
well, I love
that's
the planner.
on you.
I love the planner.
But
the planner makes the world go round.
And I love it. I love being the planner because sometimes, I've told you this before, it puts me at the center of attention.
No, you like to be the center of attention? I'm shocked.
It's not
Like, oh, Monica, you did such a good job. This is so fun. But then what if it flops? Then everyone's...
It never flops.
Oh, okay.
It never flops.
I would like to talk to your friends.
It never flops. It always is amazing because I work hard. I plan it and I work hard, but that's why I love it. That's why I love planning.
Next, Monica has an issue that I don't know anything about, but you told me that this hurt you deeply, so I'm concerned. We'll find out about it.
I'm being dramatic. Last few seconds of summer. Hope you enjoy it.
I'm ready. I'm ready to move into fall. We've got some fun things with Visit Delco coming up. We're going to some fun, different fall
There's so much to do.
activities, and I bet you can guess some of the places we're going. I mean,
Yep.
my Tate's boss went to Lynn Villa for the first time, I think it was last weekend, and said it was a madhouse already.
Yeah.
Like,
It-
it's just wild.
But there's so much to do, though. So you know what I mean? Like, you can go to Lynn Villa and do it for so many different reasons. You can do, like, the beer garden. You can go for, like, the pumpkin. You can go for the animals.
I like to go during the week on
Yes.
because Saturday
Catch
and
it on the off
Sunday
day.
is just, whew, you got to throw some bows to get the pumpkin you want.
Or the cider donuts.
All right, let's get to your issue, Monica.
Okay.
What's Monica crying about?
Literally right now. I'm being dramatic when I said...
No, you looked at me when we were planning the show and you said, I have an issue. You went like this. I have an issue that's really been bothering me and cutting me deep.
Well, no, because you wanted me, you're like, oh, you've been potty training. So we've been potty training. So Jenna thought instantly I'm going to have a ton of issues about that. And I could here and there. But I was like, you know what? Bubba's actually doing an amazing job at potty training. So I don't have like a ton of issues with that. And that would just be like, oh, I'm, mom life, whatever. So This is, I thought, would be an interesting story to tell because this is a meteorology problem as a meteorologist.
Don't know that I can help you with that.
So I am in my neighborhood with a big group of neighborhood friends and associates. Like we have a group of close friends in the neighborhood, and then like some other outlier or whatever. So we're standing there and some people are talking about like this get together and I'm like kind of overhearing them talk about it and I'm realizing they're talking about something that I am not invited to. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And I'm not sure I'm understanding whose get together it is. And then all of a sudden this woman comes up to me and she says, I'm having a party. And I go, oh, thinking this is my invite. She goes, I'm having a party. It's a big party, and it's outside. And I go, oh, what's it for? She goes, my 40th. I said, oh, that's so fun.
She lives in the neighborhood?
She lives in the neighborhood. I go, oh, that's so fun. Congrats. Again, still thinking
She wants to know the weather for the party.
She wants to know the weather for the party.
That's so mean. That is so mean. Shame on you. You are 40. You know better.
I was like, oh.
So where was this when everyone was chattering? Were you in the neighborhood or were you at?
Yeah, we were
where
like,
were you at? Like just like hanging out?
Yeah, we were like in this common area. The kids were kind of all playing. And she was like, yeah, like I'm not like that good of friends with her, but like still.
But you're close friends.
Don't ask me for the weather forecast for anything I'm not invited to.
So what did you say?
I gave her the forecast. That's my job.
When's the party? Let's make sure it rains.
I am nothing if not accurate. I will give you that GD forecast. I just was like, oh, okay, here you go. Here's your forecast. Take it. Leave me alone now.
I don't even know what I would have said to that. I would have been like,
but I think I really hope she didn't realize that I thought I was invited, that I was getting invited. Because I did. I was like, oh, so fun. When is it? What is it for? I kept. Are
your close friends invited?
A few were. Not everybody was. Not everybody.
Okay, so not everybody.
Not everybody was. So it definitely wasn't.
Like you can't ask for the.
Don't ask me for my forecast. Look on your app. Look on right.
That's what I would have said. That's what I would have said. And then, so you tell her, and then she just goes, thanks.
Yeah.
And walks away.
And asked me a few other times after, because it was like a chance for some rain, and like kept asking me, like, oh, what are you thinking now? And I was like, what am I thinking now? I don't know.
That's really rude. I'm sad for you. That's like, That's like, we're so different in that sense though, because like there's nothing more that I love than not getting invited to stuff. Like I just love not having to tell somebody that no or not. There's just so much going on all the time. And when you're not getting invited, you don't have to come up with an excuse. You don't have, like, I just really, I'm an introvert, extrovert.
Yeah. I'm hearing the rumblings. I'm like, oh, I'm not invited. And then I
don't have to get
then I
gifts.
start to feel like I'm getting invited. My hopes get lifted and then shot down when she starts asking for
If it's a close friend, then yes, I absolutely want to be invited. But if it's an acquaintance or an outlier, then like, I'm actually happy that I'm not invited to your stupid party because I don't have to get you a gift and I don't have to talk to people that I don't really know. That's how I feel. I don't know.
I thought after like the forecast, maybe she'd be like, oh, and if you want to come, like, you know, it's a big old shebang wang. What's one or two more people?
All right. Well,
Zoinks. Yeah.
Is it going to be a nice day?
What?
Is it
it's already happened. It was like that day. It was happening.
So there's not even the chance for you to get invited. Okay. Happy birthday. Let's get to our Delco trivia. When was the original Booth's Corner open? Think about it. Okay, so when was the original Booth's Corner open?
Like the OG, you know, the one that we know of now is a bit younger. Like the one open now is a bit.
I get what you're putting down.
Okay, this was first opened by a farmer named Earl Phillips
in 1930. Yeah, so what we're trying to say is the one that you know of has an opening date of 1950.
Yes.
That's what it says online for Booth's Corner.
This one. So that's still really old. So old. What a staple in Garnet Valley. What a staple. What a staple in Delaware County.
You can get so many different things.
Well,
Booth's Corner.
I remember going there, and for something, I think I remember this young shoes. Like, I've gotten shoes there.
That's what I mean. Like,
food and shoes.
Markets in general, you can just get a lot from.
Yes.
But we were looking into some of the history. And so Earl Phillips in 1930, he used his 13-acre farm as a sales ground for local Amish farmers and other merchants looking for a place to sell their goods.
Yes.
And it says times were tough in the 1930s through the Great Depression.
Yes.
Can't forget about the Great Depression.
Yeah.
But it prevailed until the barn burned down.
Right. But then
they rebuilt, and that's when they rebuilt it to what you might know from the 1950s and the Cohen family till where it is today. But saying to Monica, a lot of big barn fires in Delco, destroying family businesses.
Yeah, but you know, they're made out of wood, and so it obviously it happens. But so love Booth's Corner. If you haven't been there, visit it. It's really cool. You can literally get anything,
literally,
including dogs. I think.
Yeah.
Little puppies.
We won't talk about that. But yes, Delco trivia. Please continue to send us ideas for trivia. We have gotten so many fun facts in our inbox.
We learned things too.
We learned a whole lot. So we're always happy to share whatever trivia you would like to reminisce on. A lot of people like to reminisce about the old Delco.
Absolutely. And that's one of the oldest parts of Delco, Booth's Corner. Let us know about any of the issues we brought up, including, do you like urinals?
Do you like Monica's outfit? Delco Duo at phl17.com. I
Don't
just
answer
really
that.
opened the door.
I don't care if you like it or not. I'm comfortable. Actually, I'm sweating.
Now I'm going to put her to bed.
Sweating. I need
to. Night, night.